Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to present to you the Hyprland volume 2.1 installer that I have made some small changes, and then also I have added some small customization, and also I'm gonna teach you and give you some pointers, and I'm gonna address most of the frequently asked questions on my Discord after I posted my Hyprland 2.0 video. So normally, as you can see in here, I have the EndeavourOS. This time I'm gonna install it here on the EndeavourOS, and I'm gonna save you from installing it on a Arch install, because it has been covered in a lot of times in a lot of my videos. If you need to watch, then you can watch my previous videos about the Arch install. And this time it's just gonna show you that I am installing it on a Arch-based Linux, and this should work on any Arch-based Linux. But as I mentioned it a few days ago, or when I posted my Hyprland v2 video, that I cannot guarantee with the Manjaro, because the problem with Manjaro is they have their own repo, and especially if you have a NVIDIA drivers, because NVIDIA-GPU, because NVIDIA drivers, it needs the Linux headers, and it cannot really install, and you have to install. If you want, you can install first the Linux headers. But anyway, so the first thing is, of course, launch the terminal, and we need to, let me just search github.com Ja.KooLit github, yeah, so I can see and head over to my repository, and this time it's gonna be Hyprland 2.1 version 2.1. This is a slight improvement of this Hyprland v2 plus added small waybar customization. Just an overview here, that the slight improvement that I made is to address the language, keyboard language of the Hyprland, because originally, if you could, I'll just show you here, just wait a minute. So as you can see here, I leave it blank because later on we're gonna fill it up during the installation. Okay, so I'm just gonna clone this repo. There's no minimize for GNOME. By the way, this is a EndeavourOS GNOME. Where is that now? GNOME, yeah, GNOME version 44. So git clone, and then Control-Shift-V. And then after that, of course, Hyprland v2.1. I'm just gonna make this full screen, and then how to increase font. There you go. So you can see well. Should be also here. Yep. Well, let's make it 200%. So it will be really visible. And then LSL, same procedure as before. And we need to chmod plus X install -Hyprland 2.1, and then execute the script. I'm not gonna talk much about this, and just gonna go through because I discussed mostly on my original video. So yes, proceed with the installation, then I type in my password so it will update. And then just one thing here, because I didn't mention before in my original video, if you say no in here, it will install the normal Hyprland, not the Hyprland NVIDIA or the NVIDIA patch Hyprland. So if you don't want the Hyprland, the NVIDIA patch, it will still install the NVIDIA DKMS, all this kind of thing. It will still carry out all the necessary steps for NVIDIA. So last time I said yes, and this time I'm gonna say no, because then I just want to show it to you. And as I can see in here, it is installing the necessary packages for the NVIDIA. But now we will get the normal Hyprland. Actually, I don't see much reason. I think if you have a desktop GPU NVIDIA, then you should take the Hyprland NVIDIA patch. But if you have a laptop, I think it's okay. I mean, I'm not so sure. This is now the first time that I installed, and actually on my Arch before, some few weeks back, I've been running a normal Hyprland for 1 week, and then I also run for 1 week the Hyprland NVIDIA patch. I can't see the difference, to be honest, and I didn't have issue on both of them. So that's the problem of having an NVIDIA. You can't really know what's going on. Okay, so of course I want to blacklist it. Blacklisting it, this will completely blacklist the Novo. So if you plan to use the open source drivers, do not blacklist. That's the thing. And another improvement that I made actually is it will automatically, so as you can see in here, this is normally now commented. This one will be automatically uncommented for if it detects for NVIDIA, and I'm gonna show you that later on, because that's one of the things that I think most of the previous owners, or not the previous owners, the one who installed previously my Hyprland installer, they have an issue with regards to this cursor. So if you have a NVIDIA GPU, this will be automatically uncommented, and then before it copies the Hyper folder to your system. Okay, this will take some time. I will fast forward the video, and then I will come back with the succeeding. Okay, so same as before, if you want the Cappuccino and Mocha themes, then you can install. If not, you can just say no. So I'm installing it. Okay, so at this point, if you want to install the tuner, if let's say you have XFCE, you don't really want to install now the tuner because it's already installed, because part of the process, it will copy the XFCE4 and tuner that I have uploaded on the GitHub. So if you are an XFCE4, then I suggest you say no in here. But if you are on, of course, this is entirely optional. If you want to use the file manager for KDE, for example, Dolphin, or the files, Nautilus, I think, yeah, for GNOME, you can do that. But on this, I'm gonna say yes in here, and I wanted to install the tuner. And then Bluetooth, I believe it's already installed, but however, I want to double check because it will just, again, anyway, reinstall, not reinstall, it will just skip because it's already installed. And then this one now, since the GTM, it can detect the WLAN, I'm gonna skip here, and I'm gonna say no. And then of course this ROG, I'm gonna say yes because I have the ROG laptop here, and this would take some time. If you don't have any ROG laptop, of course you can skip that part. Okay, so same thing as before. Installing the desktop portal is not really necessary, but if you need to record a screenshot, this is also needed for the screenshot and screen recording. So I'm gonna say yes in here, and then of course would like to remove the yes, of course I want. And then if I want to disable the power save, then I'm gonna say yes in here. And this is the one that I have improved. So it detects automatically my keyboard. Now, for those of you who have a different keyboard other than US, then I would highly suggest you to type it here now. So it will copy it. It will modify the Hyprland.com to type in your language. Now the key map here is only 2 letters, if I remember it correctly. Like for example, UK, and for Germany, I think DE. Spain is ES. Korea, for example, is KR. Japan, JP. All these kind of things. So you know how and what to type in here. So for example, I said no. Then ensure to type the proper keyboard layout. So since I'm in, okay, I'm just gonna type in here KR, for example, Korean, so I can show it to you that it will automatically change. And you like to copy the config, of course, yes, I want to copy. And then installation is complete. So now I am going to reboot. So since that I have on NVIDIA and I don't want to start now, then I'm gonna say no, and then I will type in reboot, and I'll show you later on once back. Okay, so now I'm back and log into the GTM. So let's see if it detects. Oh, where did it go now? There's supposed to be a yeah. So it looks like I'm gonna have to reinstall and normally there is in here. So for those of you who are using GTM, please let me know. Let me see to log in. No, apparently it didn't. So okay, I'm gonna have to reinstall again. So we'll install the SDDM. Okay, so apparently, I tried to reinstall and restart the system. GTM for some reason it didn't detect the Hyprland. So now we can install the SDDM, but we skip the process of copying the config files, and then we're just gonna keep saying no. So Hyprland 2.1, and as you can see, it creates the install log. So open in console. So this is that arrow up key again, and I don't know. So if anybody who installed it on a GTM or a GNOME, please let me know. I don't know why it didn't detect on my system. So again, as earlier, of course, I don't want the NVIDIA patch, so just normal Hyprland. Yeah, I'm just gonna blacklist again and so on. No, I don't want that. Actually, if you say no in here, it will just, it's quick because it's already installed. So now it's part of the SDDM. So let's install this SDDM and then forget about the GDM. So while we're installing it, so let's inspect the config in the home directory. So how the heck to display the there, show hidden files. So it's on .config. Let's make it bigger. Hyper, and then the Hyprland.conf. So as you can see in here, US plus KR. Don't worry about this US and plus KR because this is like the primary, and then fallback will take this. And you can delete the US if you want, but I believe as per wiki, you don't really need to. You can actually switch it over later on. You have the ability to switch over. And then configs extent.conf. So since we have the NVIDIA earlier, let's see. Yep, see in here. automatically uncommented this part, the environmental WLR no hardware cursor changes. So this is only for those who have NVIDIA, and I think it also helps if you install on a virtual box or VMware, because I have to enable this before when I install. And then as you can see in here, I also added some of the environment, but they are not commented, they are not activated, and I will discuss with you more about this later on, so once we install and log into Hyprland. So let's see now how's going on. Yeah, so it's done. So even though I say yes in here, actually it just skip. So I already disabled earlier, I'm gonna say no, and then the detected keyboard is US. I'm gonna say yes in here, and then would you like to copy? We will not copy it anymore because it's already copied earlier. So now I need to reboot again and then log into the SDDM. Hopefully now this time it's gonna detect. I'll be right back. All right. So it did boot, and I think, yeah. So as you can see in here, we have the option now to boot, log into. I don't know why there's a lot of GNOME in here suddenly, but yeah, we'll boot now to Hyprland. Okay, so once you boot it, you will be greeted by this wallpaper, and then I'm not gonna go through everything. That's the workspaces, CPU, weather, so on and so forth, then the penguin menu, and then this is the addition that I have added. I've been actually thought about this, but I didn't really I didn't implement on my original video, but it's just a switching of the dark and light wallpapers only, and also the waybar. It doesn't change the GTK theme, because the GTK theme, I don't know what you're gonna set, and I don't want to change it to Advaita or dark or black and so on. And as you notice, also the waybar is changing from the changing to purple, not purple, this Mabo, and then to this lavender, I think that's color. And then the other addition that I have added is this one, dual panel. Now you can put as much as you can in here, and I try to put also as much. And then that's I think the one I changed. And of course you still get the different types of waybars, different layouts, and then the only thing is this, of course, if you want the GNOME style, where the top bar is there, and then if you want the plasma style, and of course plasma style is in here, and then the dual panel I already mentioned. Dual panel, if you click the penguin, the menu will go on the middle, because it's a little bit odd that it's there, but you can change the location. Okay, so that's the changes I made. So I will talk about now the config and give some pointers. So for NVIDIA owners, so this one now it's a little bit bright, then you can use the you can type in nwg, this is the GTK settings, then you can change. And like I said, I don't want to install the Advaita dark and Advaita for you guys, because I don't want to force it, because I know we have all our taste. And so now it's Mavo, And then if you want to increase the font, you can increase also here if you want. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. Now it got dark. And then of course the icon theme. I didn't part of it, but this is pre-installed in in Endeavor GNOME. So mouse cursor again the same, and you can increase or decrease. And then of course the font size, so it's already 1.25 because 1.25 was earlier, that was set for the one I set for GNOME. So it's good that it automatically detect. Then you click apply. The same thing with the Qt settings, so you can just type in Qt5 settings, so it's there. And we can change it to custom, so all the Qt apps will take this configuration. And then of course you can change the fonts. Wait, let's not do that now. Okay, so first thing is for NVIDIA. For NVIDIA, you may want to play around on the wait, this is micro. Let's open it with mousepad. Good. And then can we increase the font? Nope, you cannot increase the font here. So we have to go to, I think, yeah. Let's just make it bigger so everybody can see. So for example here, for NVIDIA owners, you may want to play around in here. I put a comments on the what I experienced when I enable this, my Hyprland crash, and then also when I enable this, my OBS doesn't work for some reason. But if you're on desktop environment, then maybe play around with this. So be careful. You can head over to Hyprland wiki for this NVIDIA and search, because this is just again case by case basis. Even the maintainer of the NVIDIA-Hyprland Git, he don't enable all of this. So please be careful. If you don't know what you're doing and it's already working, then you can leave it for now. But then later on, if you see any performance issues, then you can go in here one by one. Same with the other non-NVIDIA AMD. This part, it will also applicable for the AMD or sorry, the NVIDIA users. You can also enable this. Hyprland wiki has a good explanation regarding this, so enable this as you see fit. And of course, by default, I have the Capuchin themes for the Hyprland enabled, and I think where's number 2 now? That one. And then actually I would like to address now the because I got some question on my Discord about the layout that I made, that why I don't follow the layout, why I cannot just have one layout in here, that everything will be on one command, one configuration file. Well, to tell you, the reason for that is because I was actually a Sway user before, and as you can see in here, see I have the Sway different partition, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's one by one. So I decided that for example, if I wanted to change or add something environment, and I know that they are in exec.conf, same with the keybinds, I just, this is all about keybinds. I can customize as much as I can here. And Windows rules, for example, monitors. We'll talk more deeper on this one. So that's the reason why I did this. It's not because of that's the only reason. If I put everything in Hyprland.conf, then this file will be very long, to be honest, really long. And then same why I have these scripts. Maybe some of you will ask why I have a lot of scripts. This actually leads to a lot of things. For example, the brightness control. If I don't have the it's weird that I don't have the icon here. Normally I should have the icon there. Anyway, and so on and so forth. That's the reason why I try to organize like this. And then another thing for the monitors, this is now set to in auto, so you can customize your monitor here. So for example, the command is hyperctl. Why jump there? Hyperctl monitors. Hyperctl monitors, and then you can add in here if you want to this one, preferred one, and the position. This is the position, and this is the scaling. If you need to have a 125%, for example, then you add in here 1.25. So that's the actually, sorry, that is the HDMI. Wait, what's now? So HDMI A1. So let's try to increase this 1.25. So once I save, then it should get bigger. There you go. So as you can see, the everything now gets bigger. This is the what do you call this? Or is that here, the scale? See, 1.25 the scale, and this is of course my laptop monitor. So that's how you increase the monitor scaling, or the fractionally scaling for Wayland. So let's put it back to 1 again. So there you go. And then so I urge you actually to go ahead and please play around with the settings. I give you as much as, I share it to you guys as much as I can, but I would need you to actually do the hard part. I didn't spend like 1 or 2 hours on this customization, especially when I was just starting. It took me some time. I read a lot of manuals. I'm not manuals. I read a lot of wikis. I read a lot of comments. Then I play around. So it takes some time. But once you got it and then tweak it to your liking, then it's yours and yours alone. So I'm giving you the tools. The rest of it will be up to you guys. I can guide you, I can assist you, but please, I don't like to complain, to sounds like complaining, but I don't want to keep spoon feeding because I have one. I think I have one. No, none so far that was trying to keep a lot of question. No, it's not about the Hyprland. It's one of the before, and he wanted to learn Arch, but then of course I told him, okay, I can assist you, but he keep asking even small things, so he don't even try to search. So please search. And like I said, I give you the tools, I give you the present to you, and it's up to you now. And also I believe so he done a great one. He inspired me actually in creating this script. And you may think that possibly that what happened to my You may think that I copied from him. Yes, I copied from him on my original video. That was the Hyprland NVIDIA video. But after that, I mean, I made my own. You could see the difference. He just released his version 4. It's good, but I made some changes. You will know. You will know the difference. So we are, both of us, or actually a lot of us, we are giving you the tools, we are giving you the scripts, and we are guiding you. So please, the deep customization is up to you now. And one reason why I'm telling this is actually, I believe this will be my last video for the Hyprland, because in the next few days I'm going back to work, and I won't be back for the next 3 or 4 months. And within this time, my internet is very limited, so I cannot also assist you much. And yeah, so that's about it. I'm telling you, I cannot assist you, so don't feel bad if I don't reply for the next succeeding days, next succeeding months, for the next 3 or 4 months even. Don't feel bad if I don't reply, but that's because I have a very limited internet access. I cannot upload in there. I have only 200 or 300 megabytes of data every day, so I cannot watch, I cannot, the normal what I'm doing at home. So this is not a goodbye. I'm just telling you, this will be my last Hyprland video. I believe Saul, he's a great guy. He produced a lot of quality. I believe he will keep continuing, and then you can, take it from there. And again, thank you for watching. And for those of you who haven't subscribed, so please, I'm happy that it was my subscribe count is coming up, but then suddenly Saul, he released his V4 video and he stole my thunder. Don't complain, don't complain. He have more subscriber than me. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again in the future. Maybe I will make some shorts during my trip and so on. Have a great day, guys, and peace out.